Hey guys, welcome to a super weeby video that I thought I'd release as my first ever animation video, so I hope you all like the somewhat mediocre drawings. And I thought I'd go through my 5 most favourite anime ever. And I am aware there's some mainstreams that I haven't watched, like for instance Full Metal Alchemist. Yes, that possibly could be in the top 5 in future when I've watched it. And I will get to them, but you know, I've watched an extensive amount of anime since I was like 13, so it has to have some credibility, right? Right? This list, by the way, was super hard to make, so I decided to rank my top 5 based off just my feelings while watching it. In a critique point of view, the most likely aren't that good, but some anime I just sort of loved. No matter how bad the story or characters were, it was just quite enjoyable to watch. So, to kick it off, I'll give you my number 5, which is 𝙉𝙀𝙀𝙿. I've seen the anime, man. Pretty sure he pronounced it Monogatari. I've always called it Monogatari. So British. God, it's been a little while since I've seen this one. And this was an anime that I was actually recommended by a friend while I was sat in science back in like year 9. This show is its own thing. That is literally given. Once you've seen the first episode, you know it's its own thing. Its art style, storytelling, just so unique. And that's why I just loved it so much. Some of the characters as well. I'm going to go back and watch that at some point. And of course, the one and only Shinobu, isn't it? Which is, of course, one of the best waifus by a mile. Because, you know, she's just so adorable. And for those who haven't seen it, she's like nearly 600 years old. So, you know, she is legal, technically. And has some of my favourite anime hair ever. I'm quite a big fan of hair on anime characters, and she has some of my favourites. She's just too cute. In fourth, I'm going to put a seriously strange one here. Megami-san. I should have done that. Or My Goddess in the English translation. This one I watched when I first moved into the new house that I'm living in now. I've always been a sucker for romance, so I thought I'd give this one a blast. It's quite a cute and wholesome romance. It has some quite humorous moments as well, with a protagonist I actually really like for once. Because he's such a nice dude, he's just too nice for his own good. Although there is one issue with the anime, and that's just hearing the main female Belle Dandy. Yeah, what a name. She shouts, Keiichi-san, 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 Keiichi! A bit too more often than I can possibly handle. It's just gossip all over again. Victorica! The reason I love this anime so much was because it was a simple romance, and it lasted more than 12 episodes for starters, which is about as rare as can be. It's got a nice little old anime style, with just loads of cute little mini stories in it. There is, you know, of course, the main romance, but there's just tons of mini stories, and they're all just quite enjoyable. And of course, there are the many cute goddesses that have their own mini romances intertwined. What more can a guy want from a romance anime? Third place, this is where it gets a bit harder to rank, but Twin Star Exorcists. Yeah, I know, most of you will be like, wow, that's a mediocre anime. Why is it so high on your list? Well, I've read the reviews for this anime, and y'all are crazy. Rokuro was a complete badass throughout the entire show. Well, towards the end he started getting a bit weaker, didn't he? But, you know, that's just the anime itself. Like Benyo, for example, she becomes extremely useless quite later on. But the whole point is they're powerful together, people. That's just how it is. They're meant to be a couple and become really powerful together. With resonance! Such a iconic name for an ability. And they have such an adorable romance with some rather decent villains, if I'm completely honest. Like, Yuto was not that bad, and you can't disagree with that because he was somewhat cool and he had some decent motives, to say the very least. Although I do swear he was gay for Rokuro at one point. I swear he was. Fair enough if he was, because, you know, he's quite a cool dude. But that's just the vibes that he was giving off. Watch it and you'll understand if you haven't seen it already. In second place, okay, well, first and second occasionally swap every now and then, and I never thought I'd have this anime anywhere below first place, and it's Spice and Wolf. This anime literally had me engrossed for like the entirety of the anime. When you get in, the characters, the timings, just the adorable romances, the reasons behind everything, you just need to keep watching until you finished it because it's just so good. And of course, you want to see these two get together as well. I'm not going to be skipping over the fact that Holo is one of my, if not my favourite female characters ever. She's just got such a fluffy tail, and she's like really smart, and she helps your onions grow. What more can you want out of a potential wife? But God, go watch it if you haven't already. Now, the anime you've all been waiting for. My #1 anime. Oh god, I'm going to either get shit in the comments about this being nothing special, not being Full Metal Alchemist, or just having really strange tastes. But I'm going to put Sword Art Online, the Fairy Dance season up there. I'm joking. No. The anime is Rurouni Kenshin. Yeah, that's it's one of those anime that you've probably heard of. I know quite a few people haven't seen it, which is rather a shock, to be honest, because it's about cool samurais, it's dudes with swords, and it's so cool. In my opinion, this is the granddaddy of shonen anime. The art style is, quite old, because it's obviously an old anime. But that just doesn't take away the fact that it is a very beautiful anime, and it needs to be seen, because there's just too much that went right with this anime for you to not love it. So, please, do go watch Rurouni Kenshin if you haven't already, because it is extremely amazing, and there's some really cool ass fights, and some of the villains are, probably some of the best villains in anime history, so I really recommend. Anyway, I would love to see other people's top 5, so if you want, put them in the comments below. I'd love to see what other people are putting. And please like and subscribe. Yeah, that was some top-notch begging there, but it does mean a mass amount to me. But I will see you all in the next video, my dude. Arigato gozaimasu, weebs.
There's not a problem that I can't fix, because I can do it in the mix. And if your man gives you trouble, then you get it on the trouble, and you don't let it trouble your brain. And away goes trouble down the drain.